Hello friends and family, welcome to another tutorial. This time we will be doing the Spring Season Shawl designed by Celeste Biondo. For this shawl I used all cotton yarn. I used sugar and cream with the exception of this color right here was a Premier cotton yarn and it's lavender. I also used a 6.0 J hook. I used a pair of scissors and I used a needle. I can't show you the entire shawl because it's fairly big and it won't fit on the camera. But I will show you that we did alternate the colors up here. So we used pink and purple. If you want to do that for this first row, you can skip ahead to this part of the video. I also would like to mention that you can change this pattern up a little bit. Like maybe you would like to add an extra row of blue between the flower and the sun. Or maybe you would like to add an extra layer of blue plus an extra layer between the suns, like in this picture right here. You can use any kind of yarn in this pattern. A lacy yarn would look really beautiful as well. You can use acrylic, any size hook, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just go ahead and do it and experiment with it. It's just a lot of fun to do. One more thing I would like to mention is a border. I didn't put a border on this shawl or even in this segment, but you can add one if you choose to. It would look very pretty with a border, but it also looks very beautiful without one. You could do just a single stitch or maybe do a fan stitch or something lacy, however you want to do it. But I just wanted to let you know that in this video, I did not put a border on. So maybe down the road, I'll make another shawl and put a border on that one, but it won't be in this video coming up, just so you know. So let's continue on. So we're going to yarn over and make a slip stitch. Pull this through. And we are going to start with a chain of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can do the magic knot if you prefer. I like to do this method here where you just slip stitch right back into this first chain right here. Insert your hook, pull the yarn through, and pull the yarn through. So that makes a nice little circle right there. That's the method I'm going to be using with this. Chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that hole, that little space there, that circle. Pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's your first, actually technically your second double crochet. You did the chain 4, which is the 3 equals a double crochet plus a chain 1. Now we're going to, and really in reality, I'm considering this as a treble crochet, but just to, for the beginners and newbies out there, we'll just keep it simple, yes. Okay, so yarn over, and we're going to insert our hook back into that circle. Don't get confused with this circle that we just, our chain and then the double crochet. I've seen that happen, so try not to do that. Go back into that circle that we made. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So that's our second double crochet. We're going to yarn over again, go back into that same space, not this one, make sure it's this one that we did the chain 4 from. Pull up your yarn, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do it one more time. Oh, no, we're done. Actually, we're done. Sorry, we're not doing that one more time. So far we have our chain 4 and our 3 double crochets, and now we're going to do a treble crochet. So a treble crochet is yarn over once, yarn over twice on your hook, insert your hook into that space, not this space, your chain 4 space. Yarn, bring up your yarn, yarn over, you're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So now you should have your chain 4 circle, chain of 4, 3 double crochets, and a treble crochet. So that's almost like doing a double with a chain 1. I like doing the treble better. Some people rather do chain 1 and then a double crochet. It's totally up to you, whatever you're comfortable with there. It all works the same. All right, now chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work and yarn over, and we're going to go right into this space right here. So if you have your yarn, we're going into this space, okay, this little hole right here. So insert your hook, bring up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's your first double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to do 3 more double crochets right into this space right here, to this hole. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up, and do another double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We got 1 more, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, yarn over. So now you should have your chain 1, 2, 3, no chain, nothing in. Now some people like to put chain 1 in between. We're not doing that for this pattern, but you can if you want to. It depends how spacey you want it. And now we are going to work a treble crochet into this chain, into this chain 4. So try to count up 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stick it in, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And that's your treble crochet. And that's what you should have so far. Oops, I'm off camera, sorry. I have to adjust, there we go. And that's what we should have so far. Okay, so moving right along, you're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn our work, yarn over, insert your hook into this space right here, and we're going to do 3 double crochets, just like we did in the previous rounds. Okay, there's our 3 double crochets. Yarn over, we're going into this space now. So do 3 double crochets into this space. Yarn over. Now we're going into this last space right here, and we're going to do 3 double crochets in there. And this is what you should have so far. So we have our chain 4, of course. We did our chain 4, 3 double crochets, our treble. Then we did a chain 4, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and a treble. We did our chain 4, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and 3 double crochets into the space. Now we are going to do a treble crochet into that 3rd chain. So that's 1, 2. You have to move it over just a little. Insert your hook and go into that 3rd chain. It may be a little tight, and it's okay. Just wiggle it in there. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work, yarn over, insert your hook into that first space, and do 3 double crochets in that space. I'm so sorry, I jumped into the next space without telling you. Okay, so you got your 3 double crochets into that space. Then you're going to yarn over and jump right into this next space right here and do 3 more double crochets. Yarn over, go into this next space right here. Three double crochets. And that's what you should have so far. Now we're going to do 3 more double crochets right here into this space, this very last space, and then of course our treble into our chain 3. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up, and pull through 2, pull through 2. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself here. And 1, 2, 3, do a treble crochet, remember? So that's yarn over twice, yarn over once, yarn over twice, and go into that third chain from the hook, from the hook, third chain up, insert your hook. Now, like I said, it could be a little tight. Pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And that is the bottom of our, of course this is going to be our shawl, so this is the bottom of our shawl, and this is the first basket of the shawl. So go ahead and yarn over, pull through 1, and clip this off, just like so, and pull this through. And there's our little basket. Okay, and I'll meet you back for the soil part. All right, now we're on to row 5. We're going to turn our work, and I'm using warm brown, and like I said, these are all sugar and cream yarn that I'm using. And I'm going to go right into the top of that double crochet we had made. So go right into there. I always like to make sure I have 2 around my hook there, like a V. So we're going into that last stitch, changing our color. Now you can, other people, if you know how, they'll just, change their color as they go without doing this, but I like to stop and do this, especially for things that are worn, or also things that, that are going to get a lot of use. So go ahead and chain up 3. It's going to count as our first double crochet. And I'm going to try and work this piece in across the top while I do my crochets. You don't have to, but I'm going to try and do that so it saves me time at the end, of course. So yarn over, insert your hook back into the same space that we just did our chain 3 from, and do another double crochet. Yarn over and do another double crochet right into the next stitch there. Yarn over, do a double crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over and do a double crochet into that next stitch. And we're going to do that all the way across into each stitch above. And when we get down to this last stitch right here, we are going to put 2 double crochets into the top of that chain 3. Okay, and I'll meet you back at the end. You should have a total of 18 stitches, including this chain 3 that we did. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets right now, and we'll have a total of 18 after we do 2 in this last treble crochet right here. I'm so sorry, the chain space that the chain that we did at the end, at the beginning of the last row. Okay, so I'll meet you back at the end. All right, so I'm coming up on my last 3 stitches here. So we got 1 into that space, 1 into this space. And I always like to make sure that before I have to take it out from that we're going to have 18. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So make sure you work your double crochet into this space right here, and then do your 2 double crochets into that chain space for a total of 18 stitches. So that's 1 and 2. Okay, so there we have our 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So go ahead and yarn over, pull through, and clip this off, just like so. And I'll meet you back for the next part. Okay, welcome back to row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row 6 already. And I am using this, I call it sage green. I don't know the exact name of this because I took the cover off and I can't find it. But it's not like a bright green, and it's not like a light green. I know they have a light green and a bright green, but this is like a sage green to me. I think it might be called country green, but I'm not 100% sure. So we are going to do the V stitches. That's what this stitch is called. So we're going to flip our yarn, flip our work. I'm going to have to cut that off. That's where I did my weaving in. Okay, so let's start right into that last double crochet we made. And I always like to make sure I get 2 and as close to the top that I can. Okay. Now, I don't know if you want to weave in as we go through this one, only because there's going to be spacing. So when there's spacing, I don't really weave it in. I like to weave it in with a needle at the end. All right, so go ahead and insert your hook, chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to go into the, I feel like my yarn's coming off. We are going to do a V stitch into this next stitch right there. So hopefully you can see that with the brown. Let me get a little closer here. So we just did into this chain, we did our chain 3. And now we're going to go into this next stitch right here. Pull up your yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, so that's our double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go right back into that same stitch and do another double crochet. So now we have our chain 3 and our V stitch, and this is where our little flowers are going to sit into. Now you may not be doing it that way. Maybe you're doing it all one solid color, which is fine. But since we're changing colors, we're going to be putting a different color into here. That'll make it look like a flower. But this stitch is actually called the V stitch. So go ahead and yarn over, We are going to skip the next stitch right here and go into the next stitch right here and do another double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, insert your hook, pull up, pull through 2, pull through 2, and that's what you should have so far. So you should have a chain 3 into the very next stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into that next stitch. And we are going to do this all the way across, and I will meet you back at about 3 or 4 stitches before the end. Okay, so again, I'll do one more. You're going to yarn over, skip the next stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up, pull through 2, pull through 2. I hope I wasn't off the camera for that. I'm so sorry if I was. I'll do one more. Chain 1, yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Again, skip this stitch, go into the next stitch, and do another V. So double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, and do another double crochet. And I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, we're coming up at the end here. So I'm going to yarn over, skip the next stitch, go into this last stitch next to our chain space there, insert your hook, do a V stitch, chain 1, another double crochet, yarn over, and into this chain space here, into that top of the chain space, you're going to do another double crochet, yarn over, pull through, make that little loop, cut your yarn, and now you should have your beginning chain 3 and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 V's and another double crochet. All right, and I'll meet you back to do the flowers. I'm going to turn my work around. I'm going to insert my hook into this last double crochet we made. And I have pink on my hook now. Now you can use any color flower you want, but since we're doing a blue sky and a yellow sun, I kind of didn't want it to all clash. We could do a very light purple, which would also be very nice, and I thought about maybe changing with this one as I go, but it's totally up to you. Whatever color flowers you like and enjoy, please, you know, or if you're using a solid color, then it wouldn't even matter, but yeah. I just realized I only went through 1, and I like to go through 2. I'm changing colors here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so go ahead and insert your hook back into where we just pulled our yarn through, made a knot. Put that out of the way. And we are going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go right back into that same stitch, pull up your yarn, and do a double crochet. Okay, just like that. That's actually a half a flower. So that's going to be like at the end. So that's going to be like a half a flower. And we're going to yarn over, and we're going into this V stitch right here. And we're going to do 3 double crochets together. So it's like a cluster. So go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again, insert your hook back into that space, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 3 on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook again, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you should have 4 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 4. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Yarn over, go into this next V-stitch, insert your hook, pull up, yarn over, again, yarn over, and insert your hook. I hope you don't yarn over twice. You should have 2 on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, and pull through 2, and now you should have 3 on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, you should have 4 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 4. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Again, yarn over, go into the next V, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, and pull through 2. 3 on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you should have 4 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 4. Go ahead and chain 2. And this is what you should have so far. And they're starting to look like little flowers blooming out of the soil and into your little leaves there. Okay, so you're going to continue all the way across. I'm shaking you around there, the camera. So you're going to put another cluster here, 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 and here. I'm kind of off camera. Okay, so you're going to continue into this cluster. Try not to go into this, into these spaces. Sometimes that gets a little confusing. So you want to make sure you're in the V stitches. So in here, and here, and here, and here, and in here, and into this last one. And then when we get to this one, we're going to do into the top of that chain, we're going to do just 2 cluster. So I'll meet you back right around here. I'll meet you back around here, and we'll continue on. Okay, see you when we get to here. All right, so I'm coming up on this last stitch right here before this chain 3. So insert your hook, do 3 together. So pull through 2, insert your yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up, pull through 2, pull through all 4 on your hook. And now you're not going to chain 2. You're just going to yarn over. You're going to insert your hook into top of that chain 3 space there. And we're going to crochet just 2 together. So yarn over, pull through 2. Did I not yarn over? No, I did not. Okay, so we're going to yarn over. Remember, we're not chaining 2. Go into that top of that chain. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch. Pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 3 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Yarn over and pull through and clip that off. And that is our little flower bed. I just love that. It's just so pretty, just even like that. But now we're going to add the blue sky. And I will meet you back. You can go ahead and flip your yarn and get your color started into this last double crochet we made right there. And I'll meet you right back. My new color into that top of that double crochet we had made. We're going to pull our yarn through. We're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to go right back into that same stitch right here. Okay, and do another double crochet. Now, what we're going to do, and it's probably easier if I show you what we're going to do. We are going to do a treble crochet, and we're going to work it in this green, and well, if yours is green, into the second row, we're going to work it right into this stitch right here, which is part of the flower. So let me just open that up. We're going to go insert our hook right here. Hopefully you can see that. So we're going to insert our hook right here, and we're going to do a treble crochet into that stitch right there. All right, so let me show you. So we have a chain 3 and a double crochet into that first stitch right there. So we're going to yarn over twice. I hope I wasn't off camera. Let me do that again. Yarn over twice, insert your hook down into that green stitch right there, pull up your yarn, we're going to yarn over, we're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, and that's what you should have so far. Into the top of this next flower, mine's kind of loose here, I guess. I don't want to get that confused. That's the my little piece here. So into the top of this flower petal right here, you want to make sure you get into 2. So maybe if you pull it this way, it's probably easier to see. You want to go into this space right here. Okay, in between those, and at the top there, those 2 stitches there. All right, so it's not really 2 stitches, it's one long one expanded out there. That's our cluster stitch that we did. So, but I was just saying there should be 2 on your hook there. So yarn over, insert your hook in between that top of that flower there, pull up. I got 2 strings there. Okay, yarn over, pull up on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, that's a double crochet. We're going to yarn over, we're going to go right back into that same stitch and do another double crochet, just like that. Now we're back down to in between these 2 flowers. We're going to do another treble crochet, so yarn over twice on your hook, go into this space right here down below, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, and that's what you should have so far. And we're going to do this all the way down through. So let me do a couple more. Yarn over. My yarn is so stringy. So go ahead into the top of that flower bud. Yarn over, pull through 2, a double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook again, that same stitch, pull through 2, 2 double crochets at the top of that flower bud. Now we're going to do another treble crochet right here in that, what row is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the 6th row. Then we made the top of that V. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the top of that flower bud again, pull through 2, pull through 2, 2 double crochets in the top of that flower bud. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way across. I said it with, I sound like I said it with a T. Across. So we are going to do a treble crochet starting into that stitch right here. 2 doubles, treble, 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 and I'll meet you right back here to show you how we will finish off this row. I'm coming up at the end of the row here, so I'm going to do my treble crochet right into here. Top of that flower bud, 2 double crochets. Another treble to the row below. Now that one might be a little tricky, it might be a little tight in there, so just have patience and get the hook through. Okay, And now into the top of this last flower bud we made, we're going to end with 2 double crochets. Now, I like to put it right into that last double crochet just to keep it even on the sides. So as it goes up, you know, it's like nice and even. Like, because you know it's going to, you can always block this, but you want a nice, you know, V is what you want. So that's what it's forming. So looks like a little basket of flowers. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over, pull through, and I'm shaking you around there, and clip that off, and voila. And I'll meet you back to do what I call the sun. All right, on to the next row. So I'm going to insert my hook again into this chain double crochet we made last. Pull my yarn through. I always have faith that I have 2 there, but because I like to make sure I go through 2, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So plus it helps open it up a little more if you do put it in there. Okay, so now we are going to insert our hook, pull up, and we're going to just do a chain of 2. 1, 2. By the way, I am using yellow. That's all the name. That's the only name for this color is yellow. Very pretty yellow, actually. I love this. It's kind of like a pastel yellow. I just love it. And into our next stitch, which you may have to open it up there a little bit, but into this stitch right here, right there, we are going to do a double crochet. Oops, got my blue there. Okay. So we have, try to ignore these little tails that are all over the place. You have your chain 3 and a double crochet. Now we are going to work what I call, well, for this I'm going to call it a sunburst, but we're going to work a cluster stitch, you can call it, a puff stitch, a, what's another word they call it? Well, there's a bunch of them out there that they use. And so I'm going to call it sunburst for this one because I'm only going, normally for, I don't know if you ever watched any of my other tutorials, but in my, I have it right here actually, in the tutorial I done on the spring cleaning washcloth, we had done 7 wraparounds to make this stitch. And I'm going to show you in the next row how you can pull this down. And I should have did it in this one, but I didn't. But in this one, we did 7 on our hook. So we wrapped around 3 times. And we want it kind of thicker for a washcloth because you kind of want to exfoliate a little bit. But we're not doing that many times with this one. And if you haven't done this washcloth yet, you might want to check it out. I'll leave it in the description box below. I only have a few patterns up there right now, so it won't probably be hard to find, but I'll still leave it in the description box below. Okay, so moving on, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go right in between these 2 stitches here. So yarn over, insert your hook, go around that post right there, the double crochet that we made, pull up your yarn, and you should have 3 on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook again, pull up your yarn, and you should have 5 on your hook. And that is all we're doing with this stitch. The last time, for my other one, in case you did another one with me, we did 7. This time we're only doing 5. So pull through all 5 of those stitches and just have a little patience. I know with cotton yarn it can be a little thicker, and that's what you want right there. Okay, moving right along. We are going to skip the next stitch right there and go into the next stitch, and we are going to insert our hook, pull up, yarn over, pull through 1 and pull through 2. And that kind of gives it like it looks like a braid to me. I don't know what that stitch is called, but it's very pretty. But we need something to close this. Okay, so now yarn over. We're going to go right into the next stitch there after. So we did this one. We're going right into the next stitch and do a double crochet. Okay, we're going to yarn over and we're going to go right in between what I call a braid stitch and the double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, and you should have 5 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 on your hook, just like that. Again, skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch, pull up, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 1 and pull through 2. Okay, and we're going to do this all the way across. So again, skip the next, no, we're not. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Don't skip the next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook and go into the very next stitch. Pull up your yarn, pull through 2 for that double crochet. Yarn over, in between those 2 stitches, go around that post, pull up your yarn. Have 3 on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, and pull through all 3. Next, skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch, and this is where we are going to make our little, what I call a braid stitch. So let's do this one more time. Yarn over, go into the very next stitch, do a double crochet, yarn over, go between those 2 stitches, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, and you have 5 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Skip the next stitch, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2, and then we're going to do our double crochet into the very next stitch, and then you're going to work again that cluster stitch. Okay, so continue right along and I will meet you back down towards the end here. I'm coming up on my last couple stitches here, and it probably looks like, well, there's not going to be enough, but there will be. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our double crochet into that last space right there. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, go around the post, insert your hook, go around the post, 5 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 5. And then we are going to actually go into this chain 3 space, insert your hook, pull, oops, you're supposed to insert your hook there. It can be a little tight. It depends on your, you know, how tight you make your stitches. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through, and let's clip off. And that is how we're going to do our little suns there. So it may seem like, wait a minute, I didn't skip a stitch and I did here, but it will all equal out, I promise. Okay, as we move along. Sorry, you can't see. I don't know how I have to hold it so we can see it all there, but as it gets bigger, it's going to be hard unless I pull the camera really far out. All right, and I will meet you back. Well, we can flip our yarn. We're going to go back to the blue. So go ahead and get your blue on insert your hook, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I have my blue ready to go. So we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, and we're going to go back down into that stitch there where we put well, we did a chain, and then if you can see that, kind of have like a stitch from over here yet, but we're going to go back into that where we started the last yellow. So we're going to go back in there, insert your hook, and it's probably going to be a little tight, but just push it through there, pull your yarn up. Like I said, it's probably going to be a little tight. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into the top of the puff stitch we made here, our sun. So yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So we're doing a double crochet on the top of that one. Yarn over, we're going into the back of that puff stitch right there. So hopefully you can see that. Just pull it apart a little bit, you'll see that stitch right there. We're going to do a double crochet. Yarn over twice, we're going to do a treble crochet back down into this blue right here. So insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And that's what you should have so far. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, go into the top of this puff stitch right here. Okay, that looks like I got a little more than I needed there. Just the top 2 there. Pull your yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2, double crochet, another double crochet into the back of that sun. We can call it the sun, right? Because that's what technically it is in this pattern. Yarn over twice. We're going to do another treble crochet back down into this stitch right here, and down into that blue or whatever color you're using there, and do a treble. So it's kind of like the sky is going around the sun there. And this is what I was trying to explain, and I think I'm going to copy this number right here and put it onto the spring cleaning washcloth. You can do that same thing here. So when you're doing the first 2 here, come down to this row and do a treble, and then the front, the back, and a treble. So that kind of surrounds the sun there. And yeah, if you haven't done this yet, by all means, it's a great little washcloth. Very pretty, I think. Okay, so let's continue on. Yarn over, go into the top of that puff stitch right there. Pull through 2, pull through 2, double crochet into the next stitch there. And now another treble down into this stitch right here. Pull up, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, and we're going to do this all the way across, and I will meet you back when we get to closer to the end. At the end here, I did my first double crochet into that puff stitch, and now I'm going to do my second one in the back of that puff stitch right there. So another double crochet. Then we're going to do a treble crochet into that one below. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 3. And now this one, we got to kind of pull that stitch out a little bit so we can get our double crochet into the chain stitch there. Maybe a little tight. And if you're working a little bit, you should be able to get it right through there. And do our double crochet. Yarn over, pull through. I already clipped my yarn because I had to redo that video because I got a knot in it. So, and then that completes that row, and it looks like a little sun bursting through. Okay, and now we're going to put what I call the clouds in. So go ahead and flip your work. Grab whatever, well, if you're using solid colors, you don't have to grab anything, but I'm going to be using just white. Okay, so I have my white on my, in my double crochet from the previous round. I actually had to take this out because what happens is we're going to work, we're going to chain 4 and we're going to work 3 more double crochets right where our yarn is coming out right there. But we want to skip this stitch right here. We're actually going to skip 2 stitches, but we got to be caution, take some caution and skip this stitch. When we get these 4 on there, it kind of goes over this. So we're going to count that one as skipping. So we're skipping this one, and then we're going into this one. So just be careful there. So go ahead and chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I'm so sorry, chain 4, not 3. Yarn over, go back into that same stitch, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. So you should have a chain 4 and 3 double crochets into that same stitch. So as you can see, it's kind of like hidden now, that stitch right there. So we're skipping that one. We're going to skip this one, and then we are going to work 3 double crochets, skipping that one and this one, and into this one right here. I know that's very hard to see, but we are skipping that one, skip, and into this one right here. We're doing 3 double crochets. Now we're going to skip 2 and do 3 double crochets into the third there. The third one, I should say. Skip 2 and into that third one, 3 double crochets. I feel like I'm getting tongue twisted. It is getting late. I'm a little bit tired. When I get something in my head, I'm like, oh, okay. So yarn over, skip 2, 3 double crochets into that third one. It's also tiring having to pull out your stitches after you just did that. It's not fun, but sometimes it happens. Okay, so now let's review. We have a chain 4, 3 double crochets into that same, skip 2, 3 double crochets, 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 and we're going to do that all the way across, and I will meet you back here. So I just finished these 3 double crochets. I am skipping 1, 2, and we're going to go into the top of the third from the previous row, the top of the chain 3. And we are going to do 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and another double crochet into that same stitch, and then pull through and cut your yarn. And this is what you should have so far. So you should have at the end here 3 double crochets into that previous top of the previous row of the chain 3, 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and another double crochet. And that's basically what we did here, since we chained 4. 3 chains equals 1 double and plus a chain 1. All right, and now we are going to start our repeat.